Hi guys, it's Carissa, and as you may or may not have noticed, I missed a video last week, and I made sort of a chatty get ready with me style update, but basically I just had too much on my plate and I was too stressed and too busy. And these videos are supposed to be super casual, not too much thought going into them, easy, short. And that's how little time I felt like I had in the week. I apologize for that, but that's why I like to enjoy YouTube. I don't like to promise videos on any particular day. I'm not looking to have 1 million subscribers. I'm just trying to be me and talk to you guys. Making one of these videos a week is a goal, but it is definitely not a promise, so I'm sorry about that. I also am sorry about the fact that I don't have much to say regarding the way I've been eating, because it was a rough week for me food-wise. And I also hit a major milestone that I wanted to dedicate a little bit more time to and actually put some thought into what I had to say. Because I reached what is sometimes known as my Ketoversary. So I will make a video at some point talking about my 1 year and all of that. I don't know when I will do that, and it might be a long one, so it might take a while. So don't hold your breath for that or anything. You might see a couple more of these before you see that. I'm sorry about the lighting in here. I didn't feel like I could sit in that makeup chair anymore. Don't look at how dusty my house is. Okay, it's not that bad right now, but don't look. As predicted, in true me fashion, I very quickly became really sick of everything I had been eating and really grossed out. So I'm talking eggs, chicken, any of the meat that I was eating. I just don't have a taste for it lately. And because I was so busy, I was doing a lot by way of sort of a liquid and fasting sort of situation. So I was eating once a day, and that was usually dinner. I did rely on some old Quest bars that were in the cupboard, which Quest bars are really not something that I enjoy having anymore. I feel like they kind of create a bingey feeling in me and make me want to eat more than normal, and I just don't really like to have them, but I still have some that I had purchased. So I ate some of those. Oh, can you see this thing swinging in the corner? It's Bowser's necktie. And then what I was also doing, and I learned about these from Healthful Pursuit, these cacao wafers, which these are ones that I get from Amazon. These are the Earthly Gourmet ones. And I would just have a few of those, measure them out on my scale, and have some of this natural peanut butter. All that's in this is crushed up peanuts. That's it. You can see it right there on the lid. And I would just have a little bit of this, and I would sprinkle some Bob's Red Mill. Is that what it's called? I'll go get it. So I would sprinkle some of this ground flaxseed and then mix it in with the peanut butter, and then just dip the wafers in it and eat it like a snack that way. But I do enjoy those as a snack. They keep me nice and full. Another thing that I've been trying to do is, because I was so super lazy for the longest time and I was not even really counting my carbs the way that I should for a few months there, I'm rediscovering sneaky carbs. So just for example, I love me some pickles, alright? I love pickles. And these are the ones that I was eating and buying for the longest time. And these are the Wegmans halves. And there is 1 gram of carbohydrate in a third. So I was eating sometimes 2 of these. That's 6 carbs worth of pickles. That's not worth it to me. Some people would think that's worth it. I don't feel like that's worth it. Most of the time I wasn't having 2, but I would have a whole piece of a half. It's just, are you following me? I would have 1 of these, okay, which is a half of a pickle, which is 3 servings, and I wasn't paying attention to that at all. Now, I don't know if that would be different with another brand. I don't know if pickles are something that the carbs are really that negotiable on. That might just be the pickle itself. So that's pretty much it. I mean, yeah, I overdid it. I ate too many pork rinds. I mean, I wasn't even having that many, But you guys know me, I will just take what I like and run with it, and then I get sick of it. So I'm going to sort of try and rediscover some things and look into new things, and I'm kind of excited about that. I like switching things up, and I think my hurrah with the eggs and meat is possibly over, so I don't know. It stinks because all of that stuff is so low in carbs. I do want to talk about something quickly that I think is important. I don't want to get on a big soapbox right now, but I think that when you see a community growing, you start to see the ugly sides of it. And I just want to say, I'm not going to point fingers, and there's no one person in particular that, or one incident in particular that sparked this, but I've talked a lot about, maybe not a lot, but I have talked about recently how there are people who, for whatever reason, think it's a good use of their time to search for diets that are contradictory to theirs and attack you, or even just nicely try to persuade you to eat the way that they do for whatever their reasons are. And as respectfully as possible, I want to say that there are some keto jerks out there, and let's not be keto jerks. Don't push your ways on other people. If you feel really good and you're really excited about the progress you've made and you want other people to do what you do, just lead by example. I think that if you just do well and you feel good and you are reaping the benefits of what you're doing, other people will ask you about it and they'll want to know what you're doing and they'll possibly try it. But you know, there are some people, when I very first started this, I remember they messaged me and asked me about things, and I took the time to answer them and just let them know what it was that I was doing and tried to help them as much as I can. And I see some of those same people aren't taking the advice that I gave them. I'm not going to go and message them and be like, hey, what about all that stuff I told you? Aren't you going to try this? How come you're not doing this? I also think that there are some people who are going to consider what they eat better than others, and although being low carb, high fat, the high fat component is supposed to be good fats, like natural good fats, whole foods, that doesn't mean that it's okay to tear people down for not eating as well as you do, even though they're also eating the same way you do. Everyone's different. Everyone has their own demons with food or their own choices to make, and I think that the fact that they're making a positive step in the right direction that's a start, and that's how that should go. There's no reason for everybody to be perfect. What I guess really kills me is that people act like you shouldn't be eating this or you should be eating that, acting as if that's just always been that easy a choice to make. Because if it was really just that simple, wouldn't all of these people have no reason to need to change their diet at all? Because everyone would just be thin and healthy and they wouldn't need any kind of counseling or instruction on what to eat or what to change, because everything would be fine anyway, because they're just making the right decisions. They're just eating the right portions. I understand that a lot of people really mean well, but I think that you can really give the rest of us a bad name. Let's all just do what makes us happy, makes us feel good, and lead by a really good example. That's all I wanted to say for this update. Thoughts and prayers out to the family of Keto Karma. Hoping for really good news on that front, hopefully very soon. So just a lot of love and prayers to Suzanne and her family from me, and I'm sure every one of you. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.